guys, Mustang here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we have the INT Android 16 with his EZA now out on global, released alongside everything else with the Super Vegeta EZA this morning. You do need to farm medals from the STR Cell Extreme Z battle. They didn't add any missions or anything for getting these, so you have to replay with stamina those previous stages unless you pre-farmed them with the keys. Of course, I did mention that in the video from yesterday, but we have this guy fully EZA'd and full link level 10. I haven't really touched his build since before he got his EZA. I haven't given him any skill orbs, so I'll probably see how I feel about him after using him and then balance him out with the orbs, and we will try him out in some harder events as well. Now the thing is with this guy, he's got very limited 200% teams, because with the categories that he's on Powerful Comeback, so he's on the Tech LR Carnival Goku's team, and then of course he's on the Android/Cell Saga, so he gets the 200% lead from AGL Cell. Now the problem is, outside of this kind of showcase setting, AGL Cell team is not exactly the best to use for like actual difficult content, especially what's available on global at the moment. So we'll see him here in a 200% showcase. I definitely want to try all of these EZAs out against the like Zamasu stage, for example, where we probably won't be using him under a 200% leader skill. And of course, with this slightly easier event, we can get away with running a Gohan as well, so we can see the turn where he is going to get his full buffs, because this guy, he greatly raises defense for one turn on Super, does supreme damage and massively lowers defense, and then he gets Key 2, attack and defense 160, he has guaranteed guard, he gets 80% attack and defense when attacking, he has a high chance to crit within the same turn after receiving an attack, so definitely for hidden potential then you don't really want any crit really. He's not going to be on the team to do a lot of damage anyway, so additional to get another greatly raise on his Super, and then potentially dodge, because he reduces damage received by 16% whenever guard is activated up to 48%, so 3 times, and then he has 48% damage reduction. But with the wording of these passives, when guard is activated actually counts even if he dodges, so technically a full dodge build for him is not going to be the worst either, to be fair. And then he gets an additional 80% attack, 160% defense, and gives all allies 3 key and 58% attack and defense when you have a Super Saiyan Gohan Youth or Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Youth in the same turn, which of course we do for this turn. So we're getting all of those buffs. He's at 305k defense start of turn. So the thing that will be kind of scary for him is just going to be at the start of an event. Because again, if we're going into one of the more difficult events, we're not going to be running a Gohan, right? So 5.2 for his super attack effect. He got hit, so he has a high chance to crit, which he does, not bad. But yeah, we're not going to be running a Gohan on the team. So not only is he not getting that extra defense from his passive and the 58% support, because I believe he gives that to himself as well. So he has a ton of extra defense on this rotation that he wouldn't have without the Gohan on rotation. But we have been hit all the times we needed already, so he is going to have his full damage reduction active. And of course, after getting a super attack, because he has the greatly raise, he'd go up to like 450k on this turn. Now if he was sitting at around 450k defense on average with 48% damage reduction, it's not bad, but you got to think about some of the big boss super attacks. You know, the fact with the upcoming anniversary content, boss is hitting even for over 2 million at this point. And his link set is not the best. Now, to be fair, on that turn, we didn't have the craziest set of links active. His best link partner for this and a lot of other teams, to be fair, is going to be the LR androids. So didn't get them on the same rotation together to start with, so we've got to float them off here. We can get an extra stack or 2 in with the Tech Vegeta. As long as he doesn't kill with the first attack, he'll get another one. But yeah, INT 16 is certainly an interesting one. I mean, his EZA, if we look at what he was like when he came out compared to his actual EZA, they got, you know, he got a massive, massive glow up. Like, he was terrible before, whereas now he is definitely usable at the bare minimum. But yeah, without a Gohan, which I think we did have a Gohan on turn 1, the Super Saiyan 2 Tech one from the World Tournament, so we are getting another turn where he does actually have that buff. But that puts him at 305 again, start of turn with only Fierce Battle. Because that's the thing, he doesn't link with like Gohan units either, so It certainly is a weird choice for him being given those restrictions, but Gohan's going to give him some extra support in slot 3 as well. Well, actually, does he support int? No, he doesn't, so he doesn't even support 16. So, normals he's going to tank for double digits. He has guard. 48% damage reduction already locked in. 300k defense start of turn. I mean, in these kind of events, it's not going to be, you know, he's not going to have anything really to worry about, but it's the big boss super attacks that are going to be interesting. I wanted to do one of these kind of easier events for his initial showcase, just so we could see like the kind of numbers that he's doing, but unfortunately we didn't have the best setups for rotations and everything. So starting from his next turn, that's when we get the LR androids. If you can get them to exchange into 16, then obviously they link super well. And physical 16, he gets a ton of defense after supering. So having the int 16 in slot 1 will be really, really good. And then the physical 16 in slot 2, like that'll make a very good combo. I'm not sure if we will be able to drop low enough HP wise to get the 16 exchange, but we will see. So we've got our first perfect cell out here for the AGL cell. I wonder if, like, with events that are a little bit longer, whether cell could actually be relatively decent anymore, but probably not. Like post super, his defense was okay and he has dodge, but yeah, I don't know. Let's get you getting some more stacks here, and then flow you guys off. Now, on Powerful Comeback, it would be kind of interesting, right? 200% team. The Powerful Comeback team with Tech Carnival Goku does have the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, the LR from the BoJack movie. So if he gets an EZA at some point this year and is really, really good, that could be very interesting. Although, of course, you know, Tech Carnival Goku started to age out against the hardest content, especially with the new stuff on the, for the anniversary. So it's kind of a shame unless Powerful Comeback gets a better leader. Well, actually, I can't remember now off the top of my head. Does one of the 6th anniversary LRs, the EZAs during the anniversary, has Powerful Comeback as a leader skill, don't they? Is it Vegeta? So that could be interesting for that team. Wouldn't be a 200% lead for 16, but certainly could be interesting. Alright, so we're going to have the LR androids finally here together with 16, and they are an android support unit as well, so we're not going to have the extra buffs that he gets from a Gohan on rotation, but that's a little bit more realistic for what we would see in a tougher event. So now we've got Android Assault, Solid Support, Infinite Energy, Fierce Battle. Infinite Energy is 5% defense. Solid Support is just attack. But Android Assault is that good old 20% defense link. But you can see here the huge difference, right? Not having a Gohan on rotation. Even though we've got these links and all this extra support, he only has 247k defense. Now, he has guard and 48% damage reduction, but like, imagine if you go up against Beast or Gogeta or something from the anniversary and you're getting hit with an over 2 million damage super attack. Like, the damage reduction is dropping that down to 1 million. Guard obviously has a factor in as well, but then his defense is only 250k. So, I'm not sure if the calcs are just different or something. We can actually get the exchange, so maybe I should just do that. Let's see how this changes things here, because I can't remember, do his links even change that much? Oh, he gets tough as nails, which this guy does have, which is an extra 20% defense as well. So, interesting for the links there. But 240k again, like, even with guard and 48% damage reduction. Now, after he's supered, he gets a greatly raise, he's going to be looking a lot better. If you do go full additional on his build, because he doesn't need to get crits in his potential, really. Because, I mean, you're running him on the team for his defense, right? So, he should take double-digit damage from this, right? Post-super. Because this Cell super attack doesn't hit anywhere near hard enough that once you take off 48%, he's still going to take significant damage. But then 16 with the 18 million attack stat there. I guess, to be fair, the int 16's defense didn't change a huge amount because he gained an extra defensive link, but he lost the support from the physical android's passive. So that is something to bear in mind there. So if we do this, we still have the guard for this Gohan. It's a good rotation for him. But Go ahead and do this. And then obviously the Tech Vegeta damage reduction has run out, but still has guard, I think. Are we on turn? Yeah. I think we're far enough in now. But of course we're against an AGL enemy anyway, and this Vegeta gets a ton of defense when he gets attacked for the first time, especially if you are basically on full health, as we are for this turn. So nothing to worry about in terms of his attacks. Gohan supered a few times. I mean, we're not in a newer event, right? So we don't really need to worry about AGL Gohan. He still has his guard active. He's getting some stacks off here. And then the Tech Gohan in slot 3 has gotten a few supers off, so he's got a couple of stacks as well, and he does have type advantage. So I mean, the thing is, the Android/Cell Saga team is just kind of in a weird place, and with this 16 only having the AGL Cell and the Carnival Goku as 200% leads, that's another thing to bear in mind, right? Like, if we're going into a harder event, we're not going to be running double AGL Cell leads, which means this guy's stats are going to be even lower because he is on a 200% team in this video, right? So, I don't know. Like, I've seen a lot of people really going crazy. I saw someone saying, like, he can tank Beast Gohan super attack and stuff like that. But, I mean, with the numbers that we're seeing in this showcase, unless I'm getting the calcs, like, wrong in my head, I don't really see how that's possible. Especially pre-super. Because if you're rocking, like, sub 250k defense, even guard and 48% damage reduction, it's not going to be enough for over 2 million damage super attacks, right? And now he is super, so super versus super, there's no extra like damage modifier. And he, you know, he's tanking all these Cell super attacks for double digits, but this Cell, of course, doesn't hit anywhere near as hard as the, you know, the new toughest events in the game. But like I say, we'll probably take a some kind of version of the Android/Cell Saga build into Fusion Zamasu or Omega. Omega will be interesting for this guy because he can take all the hits to build up his damage reduction in the first phase, which is Tech. And then obviously that will work out quite nicely for him. Let's just transform you. It's kind of a shame. I really wanted the 16 on this turn because this Cell, of course, always super attacks as the first attack and is physical. Not that that matters a huge amount because, of course, 16 has guard, but I really wanted to see him take damage from this guy's super. I won't hit the nodes here just in case he does live, but I think on the second turn, I think he can still super, but he doesn't, like, always super in slot 1 on the second turn like he does on the first turn. Would have been a good timing of the rotations if we could have got 16 on this first turn against the buff Cell, but we'll see if he is going to super on the next turn. I mean, that's if he's even still alive, of course, because Vegeta getting all his super attacks off here, and then Gohan's going to attack next as well. Yeah, pretty solid damage here. AGL Cell at the end, whilst not exactly having a crazy link set active or anything on this turn. Now that he is Perfect Cell, he can obviously do a lot of damage as well as a lot of attacks. So, definitely clear this guy out this turn. STR Cell in the next phase, though. I mean, his super attack isn't the craziest, but if he's doing a lot of attacks in slot 1 and one of them is a super, this will be an interesting turn for 16. We do have the support again now because the androids have de-transformed, but he's only at 210k. Did he get debuffed? Because he's got Android Assault and we've got the... I swear that's lower than it was on the previous turn with him. But... Alright, let's see. Is he going to super slot 1? Do it. Do it. He didn't do it. We get the Greatly Raise. So I think after this, he probably still eats this for double digits, right? If Cell does super. But I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Like, his EZA, in terms of his details, he's good. But is he as good as people are saying with tanking these big supers? I don't know. I mean, he took double digit damage from that. So I guess we'll see when we take him into Fusion Zamasu. Again, this is on a 200% lead, whereas any of the tougher events, you're not going to be running AGL Cell, and you're probably not going to be running a Tech Carnival Goku team. So I'm really not too sure how well he's going to perform against these harder hitting bosses. But because that's the thing, like I said, jumping into this slightly easier event was pretty much just to see his numbers, right, and what sort of defense he's getting up to, because then we can factor in, right, okay, if he's doing, you know, this, he's at this level of defense and he's getting 48% damage reduction, how much is he taking from some of these bigger supers? But yeah, I don't know, 250k defense start of turn, even with guard and damage reduction. Like, again, as we've said, 48% of an attack that does over 2 million, that's still over 1 million left to account for. So, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think of Int 16. He definitely got a good EZA and will be a good defensive unit for this team. But I'm not sure if he's as crazy as I've seen some people making out. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.